Okay, um, okay, uh, so Amy Siskind, in case anyone knows who the fuck that is on Twitter, just Karen sticking up for Karens. He's talking about a quote 41-year-old mother of three shot in the head by Trump stormtroopers in Portland, and she gives us a link to this Facebook story or Facebook post or whatever, and it's just basically like this whole, you know how chicks they type all these long fucking word salads with no evidence whatsoever about bad things that happen to them. And I don't know. Let's read along, shall we? So
Yeah, let's dive into this fucking mess.
Jesus. Oh man. Okay. So our Karen soldier right here, Kristen Jesse Uyanik. Don't know what kind of country that name is supposed to be from. You can let's take a look at her profile. So she's in Portland. She's got this. Check out that user pic. Look how fucking stunning and brave that is. She even got the Karen haircut in this picture. Back in May. Look at that. Fucking look at that.
She also has the picture of Chaz as her background.
With the Black Lives Matter that one black lady like dump like black ink all over. She's like, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Is that right? Black Lives Matter. And she's just like, yeah. Didn't she get? I don't remember what was her name.
I don't know, but
I don't know. She's based. Kudos to her. Anyway, so yeah, we got an alpha Karen here, telling how she threw down with the cops. So let me get my Karen dialect all revved up and ready to roll. I want to preface this most difficult post by saying that Black Lives Matter, and that should remain the center of every conversation right now about police brutality and the Fed's involvement in Portland, Oregon. I have attended several nonviolent protests around Portland in support of BLM since late May. Last Sunday, and again on Tuesday, I joined the Wall of Moms as they stood together in defense and support of protesters from the front line. Yes, you heard that right. Wall of Moms. Imagine you just loaded. Okay, you fire up your animation software and you load in about like I don't know, a good double-digit number of Karens, and they just stand together, T-posing against the police. I'm not fucking kidding you. This is the left's newest special operations unit. This is their special forces. Fucking a wall of T-posing Karens. Just let that sink in, okay? So, as a 41-year-old white woman with immense privilege and a mother of three young children, I was inspired to not only use my voice but also my body to defend our First Amendment right to protest and send a clear message that Black lives are worth fighting for. Last night, Saturday, July 25th, I joined the Wall of Moms once again to march from the Solomon Street Springs Fountain to the Justice Center, where we lined up in rows and up and down 3rd Avenue, about 10 feet from the fence that federal troops erected around the building. We chanted Black Lives Matter with other protesters and repeated the names of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Shaindia Harris, as well as countless others that filled my head and heart. Around 10:45 p.m., we saw federal officers exit the building and line up on the other side of the fence. Some of the friends I was with decided to leave at that point, but I checked in with my buddy and two other friends and we decided to stay on. I pulled out my phone at 10:52 p.m. and snapped a few pictures of the fence and the federal guards standing opposite me. I put my phone back in my pocket, pulled my safety goggles from down where they sat on my helmet to cover my eyes, inserted a pair of earplugs, and locked arms with the women next to me. I remember some confetti had been launched on the far right side of us. I could hear a marching band playing in the intersection to our left. I didn't notice anything in particular happening around me or in front of me in those moments. I was looking around, looking forward, taking it in. Just before 11, I hear a boom and something hit my face. I fell backwards into the other moms who must have caught me because I don't remember hitting the ground. I was pulled backwards and then picked up by someone who carried me through the crowd yelling, "Medic! Out of the way!" I never saw this person because there was blood gushing down my face, but I am forever grateful for them swiftly and selflessly carrying me to safety. I was laid down in the back of a medic vehicle, and the number of the kind, brave, and caring medical professionals helped me. As they stopped the bleeding, they called an ambulance and transported me to a second vehicle in a gurney through a sea of tear gas. I covered my face and listened to the medics. Okay, where was it? I covered my face and listened to as medics and protesters yelled, "Make way!" to carry me through. The second medic vehicle was able to take me to an ambulance that never arrived, so the driver offered to take me to the hospital himself. I am in awe of the care and compassion shown to me by these volunteer medics and protesters alike. I felt safe in their presence. At the hospital, my CAT scan showed no brain damage or skull injury, but did reveal a foreign substance all over my forehead. And even in one of my eyes. The doctors didn't see it, but they pointed out the appearance of the tiny fragments that had pierced my skin like gravel, but there was no gravel to recover. I received 7 stitches, some pain medication, and sent home with advice to follow up with an eye doctor. One nurse advised me to file a police report. I am lucky to be surrounded by family, friends, and neighbors who want to help and take care of me. I will ask for help if needed, I promise. If you really want to help, I would ask that you find ways to participate in or support the BLM movement. Donate to volunteer medical services or organizations supporting protesters. Sign petitions. Speak out. Support black-owned businesses and support black moms and dads who have been part of the wall of moms for generations and continue to fight. And vote. Vote like you can get shot in the face for stepping out and speaking up. Oh my god. Edited in the 29th of July. Quote, I am no longer affiliated with the Wall of Moms. Okay, so. Oh, Christ. Oh, man, there's just too much to unfold here. Anything stick out to you? Oh my god. Honestly, my favorite part is the nurse advising her to file a police report about the police shooting her in the face for being a fucking Antifa protester. To reclaim her Karenhood by showing how anti-racist she is or whatever. It's just, oh, this is some quality content. No? Going once? Going twice?
Well, if they think that it wasn't the feds that actually shot her in the face, with what is, I'm guessing, a rubber bullet, because if
there's anything harder than rubber, she probably wouldn't be writing this post. Let alone have the cognition to make up half of it. Okay, so what I found remarkable about it is that apparently she's claiming that it's like Chaz Emergency Services, apparently. And I know Chaz doesn't exist anymore, but supposedly there was an ambulance that was called and it wasn't making through. It wasn't going to come get her. I mean, shocker, isn't it? Where was it? Caring medical professional. Okay, so she kept talking about caring medical professionals. So there's, I guess, some Joe Schmo just decided to dust off his white knight armor and come and save the damsel in distress. You know, this fine maiden right here. And she was taken to the hospital by some guy. And the medical professionals were quote-unquote medical professionals. You know how the nurses were like, they were probably one of the most ardent knee benders towards the Black Lives Matter while wearing their masks, because apparently, I guess, leftist college kids and black people can't spread coronavirus or something of the nature. I don't know if there's any connection or relevance to how the nurse was telling her to write a police report about being hit with a rubber bullet from the police, like reporting the police to the police.
Okay, so she didn't. Okay, so the big thing I have a problem with here is the fucking headline. So they're trying to make it seem like the feds came out here and shot this lady just with their own enjoyment. They shot her with a non-lethal projectile, and they were probably actually aiming for her helmet because it was the only actual like hard thing that she was wearing.
I think that guy was just a shit shot to begin with. Like, normally these things, like, okay, whenever you're just shooting in general, unless you're like you're Deadeye, you're fucking James Bond or something, you're probably gonna hit the target in the torso, given that it's a human. So maybe their guns were dialed poorly. Maybe there's a little bit of wind. Well, I don't know. Portland's not really windy.
Well,
I mean,
you got to think a rubber bullet probably just tumbles through the air. It probably doesn't fly true and straight like a normal bullet does. I mean, some of them. I was looking at pictures of them just now, and some of them just look like round balls or like little rubber cylinders. Some of them look like bullets, but they're like really, really big. They will take chunks of skin out, but they will not kill you. I mean, the worst thing that could happen to you is if you get shot in the eye, you're gonna lose an eye.
Damn. I mean, still, that would suck. I would.
Yeah, that would suck. But this is what you get when you're out supporting a cause that doesn't have anything to do with you, or really anything at all. It's just you're just a pawn in a bigger game of chess that you do not understand.
God damn, you're starting to sound like me. I'm proud. I'm proud of you, son. I can. You can continue my progeny, my legacy.
And if this mom would have been a good mother, and if she would have been home, this wouldn't have been an issue for her. If she would have taken care of her kids, or been a good parent and been home and teaching them how to actually take care of these situations by just ignoring these groups.
If she actually #stayed home to #save lives, probably almost her own. If she didn't, #do her part and not try to spread this big bad cororo. Now, this is what she ends up doing. Do you see how the empowerment has backfired on her? She attempted this with noble intentions. She wanted to fight both racism and patriarchy by going out as a #stunning and brave, #strong and independent, brave, privileged white woman.
If you notice, she talks about her privileges. Why don't she just give away all of her white privilege, all of her money? Why don't she just give it all to BLM, to end racism?
Okay, considering how, yes, just a couple days ago we did that video, or maybe it was yesterday, fuck, I don't remember. Maybe it was not too long ago we did that video about Bezos' ex. And that's exactly what they do. So be careful what you wish for. When you say, why doesn't she just give away all the money? Well, that's exactly what they're doing. I don't think you'd want that. So, yeah. There's your white women giving all the money away to noble causes because they got to feel like a hero. She's part of the problem where people are inventing problems and then giving the solution to it just to claim herohood. It's just like, okay, you know how like the Democrats are like they're basically trying to squash the economy until Biden gets elected, or if he does, and then they'll suddenly coronavirus will just magically disappear and the riots will all stop, and then they'll call it the Biden recovery. That's kind of what the Democrats are doing, but that's what the average persons also seem to do too, primarily on the left. This does happen a bit on the right, especially like the white nationalists. They kind of take a problem and blow it a bit out of proportion, but that happens so far less often because Because injustice is a idea that doesn't exist in a hierarchical society or an ideological a utopia that is completely equal, that does not have hierarchy, doesn't have a thing called injustice. That's just called being in your place. Like back in the feudal era Europe, Middle Ages Europe, or what was it called, like the caste system in ancient India, where if you're born in a certain class, you just can't move around. They didn't call that oppression. I'm sure they didn't even have that word in their vocabulary. But the concept of oppression only exists whenever society has a goal of quote unquote equality, which is for the most part like well, I guess it was a what do you call a modern concept? Modern in the sense it's a post post Enlightenment era European thinking, dare I say. Yeah, the concept of equality doesn't exist outside of developed Western countries. And China, like wealthy countries like China, only have any sense of equality because of the need for government to distribute, I guess, settle altercations between a buyer and a seller. But of course, there's no like legal scripture for quote unquote equality. So anyway, philosophical political jargon aside, let's take a look at these comments. It's okay. So here's a very funny thing going on right now. So there's so Facebook no longer just accepts likes, but you can have all kinds of reacts. You can there's like, love, react. There's a care react, which is basically a sarcastic way of saying like, haha, you pathetic little thing, I feel so bad for you. It's like a pity react. Laugh react, wow react, cry sad react, and angry react. So let's have a quick breakdown. So there's about 25,000 reacts, 24,891 to be specific. 7,628 are laugh reacts. 6,154 are care reacts, which I guess most of which are probably sarcastic. Very few people actually use this react with genuine intentions of like, oh, I care for you. We care for you in these hard times of 2020. So 7,000 plus 6, that's about that's well over half. At the very least, about 60% of the reacts here are sarcastic. Like they're just fucking laughing at her for doing Karen things. Meanwhile, there's 276 comments, most of which are like sending thoughts and prayers, sending all my MF love and support. So yeah, I don't know. It's just it's entertaining. I don't understand the stark contrast though. Like people don't comment on there. Like the trolls aren't commenting. Let's see what the very first comment was. Come on, load.
They're probably pushing down the troll commenters.
Maybe,
I mean, they probably have some kind of system set up for that.
Oh yeah, duh. They're probably getting reported. Stupid me.
I mean, I imagine if you get reported for, say, hate speech, because...
Oh, okay. Now,
because you said that you called someone an NPC or something, and then... so now when you're saying?
Hold up. Are we dealing with a white woman of color right now?
What?
If that's the case, no, I'm not fucking kidding you. That's actually real. That is legitimately a meme or something. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can find. Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I'll resume the recording. What the fuck? I'm gonna color Twitter Karen. Okay, let's just give me a couple more minutes. Let's see if I can find it. No. Oh well. I need to dig through my meme folders. I got way too much shit in there. Anyways, back to this. So yeah, any more final thoughts?
Wear bug spray when you go out and you go with your redneck friends out into the countryside, because you will get eaten alive. I did not do that, and I am itchy as fuck, and all of these mosquito bites are showing up on me now because I did this again a day ago, and I am in trouble. I am in some I guess I'll say pain. Oh, fuck.
I mean, itching kind of serves a similar role to pain, evolutionarily speaking. It's an alarm to tell your body that hey dumbass, something's wrong with your body. You better go check it out. Okay. There's your PSA from our boy AG here. You better listen up.
If you don't have anything to add, fuck. Well, I hope you guys all like our videos. We're still kind of new to this whole thing, but if you guys could show us some love and support by smashing that MF like button with as much force as you can, if you could just pull out any genital of your choosing and just get a handful of it and then firmly press down on your mouse with that said genital to click the like button, and leave a comment if you guys would on what you guys think. If you guys don't like my video, leave a dislike on mine, and leave a comment saying why you don't like it, because I do like going through and reading all that. I'm sorry, I'm a little off today, but
Oh well, that was my whole day.
yeah.
Man, I don't know. I take some solace knowing that every single one of these, like, sending love and support and comments are basically just being bombarded with laugh reacts. So, yeah. I guess they'll... Okay, actually, I have one more theory. I think that... Okay, whenever you get censored on Facebook, or whenever you... Okay, people call it getting zucked. Whenever you get zucked on Facebook, you're not allowed to, like, post anything. You can't really do anything except read your messages from Messenger and drop reacts on messages. And drop reacts on, like, comments. Sometimes. So I guess there's, like, a mass purge of all the, like, the troll comments. And everyone just starts posting laugh reacts. Oh, there is a political argument here.
What's the argument?
Oh, wow, okay, here's a dissenter. So this guy named Michael Ryan says, "You think these people help anyone? Show me where." And this Karen, another Karen, replies, "Have you done any unbiased research on the matter of your own? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Have you even attempted to understand this? And if you haven't, then you're just, like, being loud and lazy. If you have, you're just being ignorant. If you were a true patriot and thought that all lives matter, you'd be outraged by at this disgusting violation of First Amendment rights." Michael Ryan replies, "Yes, way more research than most of y'all. Being a capital C constitutionalist, I scrutinize everything." And another Karen steps up to the plate and replies, tagging Michael Ryan, saying, link to this BBC article talking about the 3.5 rule, how a small minority can change the world. Michael Ryan replies, yes, the statistics. Everyone has those. Keep in mind that changes that somewhat, regardless of by peaceful or deadly means, are not without consequences or wanted by most people. If it comes to socialism or communism, you have not been alive long enough to have a clue. I want to see what these organizations are really doing to help the common people. Show me that. I know all too well how and who functions things on this planet. Not at all who you may think. And he seemed to have a bunch of... he got 77 reacts, 56 for which are unironic likes, 4 heart reacts, and 17 laugh reacts. So, I don't know, it seems like the majority of people on this page are, like, not retard left. So, I don't know.
Or at least not full-blown retard.
They're probably
He's got
not
a point.
down... Oh, yeah, I mean...
What do these organizations actually do, other than go around and ruin our streets?
There we go over our time. By the way, we're at 19 minutes.
Like 19 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's going on is that the politicians are playing one game, and they tell a spiel to the common people, and well, excuse me, the what would you call it? The average left leaner, and the average left leaner buys the spiel, and thinks that it's about one thing, but in reality, it's all a ploy for the Democrats to maintain power, at least in the United States. Similar thing going on in Europe. Similar things going on in. Well, it's a little bit different in Asia, but yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what you call this, a parallel political agenda. But yeah, all the people who are aligned to it, the Jagas, the wall of T-posing Karens, they're all pawns. I don't know if that really had to go to, if I had to point it out because it's so obvious, but yeah. Anyway, you like the content, so, unlike, and then press the like again because we value your feedback, important customer. Yeah, go subscribe to both of the channels you see here. I'm AVC, he's AG, and don't be a T-posing Karen that gets shot in the face with a rubber bullet, because as funny as it is, it does suck to get shot in the face with rubber bullets. So wear your eye protection and don't go protesting bullshit. So yeah. That's all, folks.
I'm gonna have to go get some kind of like cream or something, just something